Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Same. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. In as much as sympathy and empathy are very vital in this period, that a lot of people are facing something, and I am going to send my sympathy and my empathy to Black community. I hope you all are doing great. I hope you all are coping well. So I came across a video where a Latino man was crying that the mother got deported. Why? She is undocumented, right? And he is screaming that just to let people know that people that are undocumented are not criminals. They came for American dreams. And I am going to tell him that nobody said your mother is a criminal, right? The thing is that she is undocumented. And before you people voted, they told you people that they were going to send some people back home, deport some people back home. And he said his father and I am going to ask, who did your father vote for? And who did you vote for? Because that also will enable me know how to speak to your people, to you and your community, right? Now I am going to say this: enough of bringing Black people or telling Black people that unity is very important. Right from time Black people know how important and vital unity is to them. It's been very vital to them. But you people do not know what unity is, because if you understand what unity is all about, you would not have done what you all have done. And also you all won't be going around every day saying so many denigrating things about Black people. Yeah, so you all know nothing about community, not until you all are ready. Let's get into this video.
My mom just got deported. My mom just got deported. It's so not fair. It's so not fair. She's literally not a criminal. Like, she's literally just paid her taxes. She's literally just... We're not safe. No one's safe. Please. Hug your loved ones, please. Hi, beautiful people. It is a cold morning here in Texas. Just want to say hello. Thank you so much, everybody, for the commenting, the support, the reposts, the donations, the enormous, generous help. Like, this community is profoundly awesome. You guys are the best. Like, genuinely, I did not think that video was gonna blow up. I did not think people were going to see it. I did not think people were going to reciprocate the way they were going to do. So I'm sure a lot of you have questions, as do I still. Like, mind you, it's still like I'm still trying to figure out my emotions. I'm still trying to figure out questions. Like, I'm still trying to ask people, like, left and right, what happened, what's going on. So to preface, what I know is my mom had an appointment Tuesday morning, right? Wednesday morning. We show up, my sister and I, the whole family, we pull up to this appointment. Mind you, I wasn't going to go to this appointment because she's been good. I'm like, you know what? You're good, Mom. Like, I think you're gonna be fine. She's been scared like something's gonna happen like this, right? Who would have thought? And so divine intervention or something. I'm thinking of it, divine intervention. Like, Faith was like, get up, go see your mom, go support. So I pull up, she's like, OMG, hi, you're here. Like, it's so cute, right? We're all together. We're thinking about what to get for breakfast after this appointment. We get to the appointment, waiting room, right? She gets called in. As soon as, 5 minutes pass, we're like, it's taking longer than usual. What's going on, right? Then, we get worried. So we go outside. We get a phone call from our dad, and he's like, hey, come outside. So we go to the car outside. We're like, what's happening? Like, mind you, our heart is sinking. My sister and I, we're both like, what's happening? So the worst of the worst happened. She was detained. She was taken into custody. What do? We're panicking, we're freaking out. Your mom was taken from you. Mind you, she's been here 20 or so years. This woman is nothing but great. She's a hardworking woman. She started from the bottom, built her way up, like, worked so many jobs, so much experience. Like, she is a woman of heart. heart woman of God. She hasn't done anything bad, not to my opinion. She's a great woman. She's a great mother, a great wife, like supports people. She will do anything to help others, you know. I guess you could say people pleaser in a sense. Maybe that's why I'm like this. But I thank her, you know. I thank my mom every day and every minute. Also, I don't think she's really being taken care of. Like these, mind you, when you're in immigration, these detention facilities, like you don't just go straight to the bus and then dip. Like I know the bus and then dip. Like no, I think you have to go through like terminals or stops. So like she's within 300 or 400 people. Mind you, within these facilities, they're tiny. I don't think they're getting fed. I don't think they're getting water, hydration, anything. Like it scares me to think that my mom is not being fed. Mind you, she's diabetic. So like all health aside, like everything worries you, you know, like it's hardening. It really is. Like, and I really appreciate everyone supporting. Like, we still don't know a lot of answers, and I do appreciate the support from everybody, the comments, the reposting, the community. You guys are amazing. Mi gente, muchas gracias por apoyar mi familia, mi mamá. No sé qué está pasando. Todo lo que pasó estaba pasando muy rápido. Estamos tratando de ser pacientes en estos momentos. Es mucho comunicar, platicar. So we just gotta have patience. I'm trying to keep my sanity. I have to go to work tomorrow for the next few days. Like, we still have to do our daily routines, like, you know. So we went ahead and I forgot to tell y'all this, but we went ahead and grabbed her backpack, stuffed it up with like all necessary items to survive, you know, sweater, jackets, socks, underwear, all shoes, things that are necessary to just be like able to live. Like, I don't know what the conditions are in Mexico right now, but hopefully Claudia Sheinbaum is working with the president. I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. Now, I'm obviously trying to keep my peace, trying to keep my strength, my hopes up. Mind you, this is a hard situation, y'all. Like, my mom and I came to this country together, like, together. She started a whole foundation by herself, with me aside, obviously supporting, but still, like, that's boom, that's like milestones. Like, I don't think it goes through a lot of people's head how difficult it is to come through a different country, to a new country with different languages, different things. And this is to all the people that think illegal immigrants or immigrants in general are criminals, bad people. Change that narrative. Respectfully, they are not. They are here for a better life, okay? They literally come here to work, get a house, get like housing, you know. The American dream, people, like, wake up. What is the American dream to y'all? Also, what if your kid was taken? Like, your American child citizen, right? What if they were taken? What would you have done? What if, yeah, like, hello, like, these are all valid feelings we're all feeling. So, you know, don't discredit that, please. Let's be humans and understand that this is a hard time we're all going through, okay? Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yo, I know we got a lot of work to do as Latinos, but brothers and sisters, man, they've always been there. They've always been supporting us, and I absolutely love it. But we gotta do better, Latinos.
Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying. Like many people, I was also surprised by how many Latinos voted for the Republican Party, specifically for Trump. So if we look at the data here, I want to kind of highlight what those numbers are. Okay, so if you want to read all of this, you can pause and look at the screen. But in short, Donald Trump secured 46% of the Latino vote, the highest since George Bush. This is 44% in 2004. He had Trump had 32% in 2020, so that's gone up significantly. With an estimation of 17.5 million Latino voters, you're looking at roughly 8 million for Donald Trump and 9.5 million for Kamala. Right here, they break the numbers down into men versus women. So you can see that definitely a lot of people voted, but I'm interested in these numbers of 8 million who voted for Donald Trump versus the 9.5 million that voted for Kamala. Now, something to keep in mind when it comes to all of this data is understanding that we have, as of 2024, an estimated 11.7 million undocumented Latinos. So that is 11.7 million people who don't have the ability, including me, to vote or be a part of the democratic process. So if you look at the 8 million that voted for Trump, and you say, okay, there was 9.5 that voted for Kamala. If we're looking at 11.7 million, what could those 11.7 million could have done? Now, when you look at some of the information around Latino voters who voted for Trump, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are second generation, third generation. They've lived in the United States their whole life. They identify more as Americans than a Latino who has been here 10 years, or someone like me who I've been here my whole life, but I'm very connected to my Latino heritage. I'm very much aware of the things I have to deal with as someone who has been undocumented. So a lot of the people that are going to be the most affected, that are being the most affected right now, don't have the ability to be a part of voting or being a part of the democratic process, the primaries, whatever may have you. So I hear you, because the numbers definitely prove that a lot of Latinos voted in a way that is not of the interest of so many minorities, right? That's a whole different conversation. I'm not going to act like I know why or how, but keep in mind that there's 11.7 million people who a good majority are the ones that are pushing back. And at these protests and saying things, they're not allowed to be a part of the process. We're not allowed to vote. So when it comes to that, I think it's important to distinguish why some of these numbers look the way they look, and why some of the people that are out here talking about this, including me, weren't a part of the solution to vote for Kamala. And that is part of why, for me, this unity is so important, because we are the people that are being most affected by all of these immigration happenings right now. Yet at the same time, we have a very limited scope as to what we can do to change that process in a legal manner. And on top of that, you're looking at this administration rolling back even more rights. So people that are already unable to fully participate or defend themselves or vote in the ways they want, they're not able to do that. So there's even more things now that are keeping us from being able to speak out, because now people are scared of the raids. Now people are scared that if they are at a protest, what could happen? It's crazy. So that fear and the lack of our ability to stand up for ourselves, to show up for ourselves, that's why that's important to talk about when we talk about this. But are there problems? Are there people who are not voting the way that is beneficial for those of us who are having to deal with some of these things? Absolutely. I definitely don't think we have it figured out and we're number one, A plus in unity either. So definitely a lot to be done.
When you only care about things that affect you, it's bad for the world. It's bad for the country. It's bad for your community, because you're going to fight really hard for those things that you need and your family lives, as you should. We should all take care of ours. But when you stop there, when you don't stop to consider how certain things are affecting other people that have different circumstances than you, people who have different resources than you, that's where we lose. And you see it at every single level, because when you look at some of the top leaders in our country, left and right, it's both. When you look at those leaders and you see that they do things that benefit their pockets, that benefit their agenda, you see how we lose. You see how we struggle, but they gain. It's the same thing at every factor. If you're one of these people that has no debt, you own your home, you have a car, and you got a good job, there are so many things that you aren't dealing with that the rest of the world is. And again, there's only so much we can do, but my point is that we need to focus beyond just our world. We need to focus and think about those people that are in the hardest circumstances outside of their control, that have generational causes, that have hardships, and they need support. No one wants to support someone who won't help themselves, but I think that's the biggest misconception. There's plenty of people who want to help themselves. They just need a break. They just need a small piece of something. And it's interesting because as you look at this election, you're starting to see more and more groups of people who voted for Trump start to change their mind. Why? Because certain things that he's doing are starting to affect them. it's starting to hit them. So now they're joining the fight. Now they want to change. Now they're, because it affected them. And I think that if those people would have taken the time to look at how those actions or those promises were affecting everyone else, they would have been able to see that there is no net positive here. But again, it's this individualistic approach that those in power want us to adopt, because it just means that if they take care of that, we don't care about anything else that happens to the rest of the world or the rest of our country. And I think that's the wrong approach. We need to look out for one another. We need to think about those people that don't have the same luxuries that we have. And I think if we were all to just think about our neighbor a little bit more, we'd be in a totally different place right now. So even if you're Latino, even if you're in the Black community, even if you're in one of these marginalized communities, I think it's important for us to realize that even within our own communities, there are people who are living vastly different lives. I'm a DACA recipient, right? So I think most of the world would see me as one of the immigrants that's struggling right now. But I'm white presenting. I speak English well. I've been in this country 32 out of my 33 years. I run several businesses. I have family support. Like, I'm not figuring out where my next meal is coming from. Now you compare that to someone who just came into this country, who doesn't have support, who doesn't maybe have the best education, who doesn't have resources. Their experience compared to mine is going to be vastly different. The things they're worried about, the things they're dealing with are vastly different. And if I don't take the time to stop, think about them and what support they need or how I can advocate for them, these things are important. So I say that for all of us to just take some time and think about others, people we've maybe have never thought about. And I think it's so easy for us to say, oh, that's not our problem. Oh, that's someone else's problem. Who? The change has to lead with us. We have to educate ourselves. And we have to advocate for those who don't have the ability to advocate for themselves.
This is all I got from this video. And before I am going to ask some questions, because it's only someone. Then the one question is that I am going to ask, who did your father vote? Who did he vote for? And who did you in person vote for, if you are legal? Because I feel like your father is legal, because if you were inside and your mother, when you are accompanied your mother to get her appointment, or if you were not legal, probably they would have also apprehended you and also take you along with your mother. So who did your father vote for, and who did you vote for? And he made mention that most people are not criminals. Mind you, Trump never told you that he is focusing on criminals. Whether you are a criminal or you are not, as long as you are not documented, once they find you, they are going to send you back home. So who did you vote for? I understand sympathy, empathy, all that are very important, but I also need to know, so to know how I can comment, right? But yes, that's it. I needed that. I needed to be sure who they voted for. And for the other man that said that, the people that voted for Donald Trump, or how many generations. Now, this is also the point. The point is that even if you are 10 or 100 generations and you voted for Trump, you have to go through what Trump made it historic, like the things he has mapped out for you people. And that is also one of the reasons why Black people are saying you do not have to call us to come and help you, because there is no need. We are not helping out. If you all thought that with everything that he said and everything Black people said, that he wasn't going to do it, then because of that you voted for, you all should be okay. You all are already seeing the repercussions of your mistakes, so you all will be ready to see more deportations, because families will also be separated. All right, your own is not going to be the last one. It is like, this is just the starting point, because they are really very serious about the deportation thing, right? And for the man saying unity is more important, and that's why he's calling for Black community, this, that. In as much as unity is very important, and I concur very well that unity is very vital, like, everywhere. I am not going to say that our Black people are ready for anything now. So you all should accept Black people from any unity you all are talking about, right? Count Black people out because they did their best. You all refuse to do your best. And now you all want to mix Black people and every other person up. No, we are Black people. For those that choose to answer minority group and all that, it's people's problem, right? So cancel it. And in fact, any unity you are calling for, call yourself and other people you all align with, because to my understanding, there are some people you all align with, and the same people are also the ones that also are not even, they don't even want to hear anything Latino. Because if they really did value you that much, they would also voted for your own interest, because the farm majority of them are also being affected, because some Latinos are not there to work their farm and the rest of it. So next time, I hope you all start learning. And I hope you all learn really fast. Not start learning is the main thing. I hope you are ready to learn fast, because if you are not going to learn fast, that is, you all are still going to have more like huge problem, right? I am going to draw the card in here. And please, nobody should come back to my comment section to say that where did your empathy or where did your sympathy go to? I am not telling you that I do not sympathize, but I cannot continue to sympathize with people that do not want to be, that do not even value themselves. Because if you all put yourselves first, you would have done the right thing. My people did their best. And I am sympathizing with my own people. And my empathy goes to my own people for the things they are going through, because people voted against your own interests and voted against their own interests too. Yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.